I've owned the Golf GTI for approximately a month now, and after adding an extra 1200 miles on the clock, I've realised it's missing just one simple thing, and that simple thing can be solved with the sake of 12 British pounds. Continue watching to find out. Guys, welcome to another episode, and this one is on the Golf, and it's nothing major, but I feel that this is going to be the best mod you can do to make your GTI a little bit different. That's going to cause no warranty issues, no damage, no nothing. The most cost effective and the thing that I think everyone should do to their Golfs. There'll be many of you that disagree with this, but this is something that I can do that's not going to void my warranty until it runs out, and then we can start messing with the car properly. And this is something that I think will give the GTI that little edge on the interior to make it my GTI and something a bit more special than a GTI. So I've been Googling, something's turned up to an address which I cannot disclose, I'm afraid, but these things are, in fact, let's just move you a little closer so you can see these being unwrapped. So guys, these are stick-on shifters. I've seen a lot of hate for these in the DSG car community or the Flappy Paddle community, and what people have been saying is these cause extra leverage and cause your shifters to snap. That is rubbish, because Alex, aka Toon, he's had these on his Golf R for pretty much nearly a year now, no issues, no nothing, and they really do put a smart edge on the interior. Unfortunately, before we do go into things, and we will go to a very nice location to fit these, so we can let off a few DSG burps, farts, but let's get it out. I've gone for the black ones. Now the reason I've gone for the black ones is because on the Golf GTI, the steering wheel is silver in the centre. Now if I'd have put these silver ones on here, they would have looked tacky. Cue the troll comments where everyone's going to say, well, they look tacky anyway. I like them. I actually like them. Now there is a more expensive option. I want this blood. 1 second, guys. But the best bit is these cost £12, and they're actually metal. They're a good build. They stick on with tape, and when you don't want them, you can pull them off. No warranty issues. I am aware you can get proper metal ones, but they're £200. I got these for less than 10% of the cost of the £200 ones. Let's go and fit them and see how they transform the interior. But right now, roll the B-roll until we get to the good location. Just joking. So we've just turned up to the location, the secret location, which again, I cannot disclose. You may be able to guess it if I throw the drone up in a second, which I will. But right now, we'll have a look at the car in a bit more depth. And then what we will do is, we will stick these beautiful shifters on. But for now, let's get the drone out. So I thought, just when we're doing this video, a few other things that we will do is, people have been asking about the pops and bangs this car makes. Now, does it make a pop and bang? It certainly does make a burp and a fart in this standard stock system with the exhaust. There will be a review coming soon between Alex's Golf Arm and my Golf GTI Mark 7. Between the 7.5 and the 7, they're virtually the same. It's just a few little aesthetics that have changed on the vehicle. With this car, what I've found since owning it, I've done 1,000 miles in this car now, and I have loved every single mile. It's been a lot of miles per gallon, but the thing that I am finding the most difficult is I've gone from a diesel that did 65 miles to the gallon because I drove it like a granny, but now I've got a car that's got a bit of push in it and a bit of poke, and it is breaking the bank a little bit on fuel. All be said that, so me and Mark, aka my dad, aka Slaphead, were driving down to Stafford the other day, and we nursed it all the way down, and I actually got 42 mpg, and I've got a picture of that which you'll see right now overlaid on this video. And I was staggered because this car is quoted 44 mpg from the dealers, and for it to achieve 42, I was absolutely amazed. So it can be done, but round town, short journeys, putting your foot down, accelerating quick, don't expect to get more than 15, 20 to the gallon, depending how hard you drive it. 20 on average, but if you do goon in this Golf, which is what they're pretty much built for, you're not going to get a lot of MPG for your money. But I always call them smiles per gallon and not miles per gallon. So moving on now, we'll have a look around the car and show a few little features what the car's got, and yeah, see what you think. when you put the key in the car, you're greeted by the clocks doing a nice little bounce, which is nice, and you start the engine. It's not got much of a sound at the minute because the car is warm, I have just been driving it. But then if you go into car on here, you have a performance monitor which you can change. I've currently got the boost set to PSI rather than bar. You've got PSI, which is your boost, oil temperature, you've got kilowatts, which is the power that the car's putting out, you've got engine temperature, you've got G-force. Now what you will notice is this screen, for instance, it goes big, and the second you go near it, this bar here senses when you're going to touch the screen, which I think is another nice little feature. Pressing car again, you've got here your average consumption. As you can see, it's not the best. Since the start of average is 20.2 to the gallon, so I'm about 20 miles from home, and I did drive it a bit like a goon over the tops. This is the blue trainer. This is where I have seen it hit 42 mpg. Vehicle status, door open, tyre pressure loss indicator, all that sort of stuff. Obviously if you've got nav, you tick nav, you've got this. And for people that buy one of these that don't know how to put a postcode in on the standard nav, it is confusing. I will show you how to do it. So you go to new destination, down here, city, and then for some daft reason it's a little button down there in the bottom left. I actually phoned Volkswagen and turned around and said my car won't find postcodes, and then I figured out how to do it and felt a bit like a goon. You've also got phone, you've got radio, all your Bluetooth, you've got aux, all that sort of stuff. Voice control isn't on this car, Volkswagen told me, and he shouldn't have told me. He said it's not worth the £200. It is touchscreen, as you can see, and you can use this little wheel here. Now moving down to the DSG icon, you have got this little button here. If you press mode, this brings this up, and this is where it gets interesting. Eco is the most eco-friendly way you can drive this car. Normal, everything's a bit stiffer. It's for balanced driving or factory settings, and why has it done that? Or you can go into that and you can click sports, and if you go into sport, everything tightens up in the car. And when I say everything tightens up in the car, the steering goes rock solid, the suspension stiffens up, and the throttle response, wow. The difference from the throttle response just being normal to it actually firing off the line is ridiculous. Then we have the interesting button, which is called launch control. Yes, this two-wheel drive, front-wheel drive car has launch control. Right now we'll head over to the bridge and demonstrate it. But just before we do head over to the bridge in this video, we'll use this time to fit those sexy shifters because I did forget to announce it in the video, and then we'll slip back into some burps and farts. Back to the video. Now we'll fit these flappy paddles, don't you? First of all, I'm going to wipe the back of the flappy paddles. I have brought a semi-damp microfiber cloth, so we'll literally wipe that. Tell you what, we'll set the camera on the tripod, that might make it a bit easier. So as far as I'm aware now, these literally just stick on. So it's as easy as that. Now I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate for that, but I really like these things. I think they just look so much better. And people saying about them snapping the things, I don't believe that. Until someone can show me, then I will believe it. But I've never heard of that snapping a shifter because there's extra leverage on it. There's hardly any more pivot space on that. That is the first mod on the Golf GTI. There will be some wheel spacers coming soon, and I'll explain an actual safety reason why. It's because when you put this car into reverse, the mirrors dip so you can see the wheels. But because the wheels are that far tucked into the car, you can't see them. So I'm going to push them out 12 mil, so I need to order some. Okay then, to put this car in launch, let's wind the windows up because there's probably a bit of wind. To put this car in launch, first of all, you need to press mode here, which will bring this up. Make sure you're in sports. Then what you need to do is go down to here and press this little, the stop start can go off. Press this little button here, which is TC off, and when you press that, it will do this. Sorry, there's a car just gone past. It'll say front assist unavailable. Then you want to put this in drive, flick it over to manual mode, left foot on the brake, and simply rev, and it says launch program activated. Okay, that was a really shit launch, but I've had to run back and get the camera because there's people walking up and down and I don't want to get it stolen. If that was windy, I apologise. We may have to go and find somewhere a bit more discreet, so that's what we'll do now. If we had smell-o-vision right now, oh my god, the tyres, I can smell rubber and it smells nice. You might hear a few clicks from the exhaust, for instance. So this is just a test to see if you can hear the bangs. Right guys, thanks for watching. That was just a quick episode of me showing you what a £12 mod does, and I just thought I'd stick it on the car and show you a few bangs with the stock exhaust, a few burps and farts, as we do say, and the launch control. If you want to see more on this car and you want me to do a full review on it, please let me know, because I am going to do a comparison with the Golf R of Alex's and this, and literally just helping you decide which one to buy. I actually bought this because of the legendary name, and there was more to it in my opinion. This car's been around a lot longer than they are, and they seem to hold the money slightly better. But yes, so let me know what you want to see. I apologise if it's windy. It is going to get a catback exhaust at some point, and we are going to do wheel spaces. The catback exhaust will have to wait a while as we're affected by warranty, but the wheel spaces we can literally bolt on and bolt off. We could do the same with the exhaust, but I've got to prioritise getting the Mini done. If you're solely here for the GTI and you want to see more stuff, try my mini videos, tell me what you think. I'm literally documenting how I build. But other than that, if you've not already done so, hit subscribe. Stay safe, stay sound, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.